know a guy in high school that went on the Geraldo show while we were still in high school, disguised, of course, about having an affair with a babysitter. Well, if he was in high school, who was he? I guess the babysitter was older?
Probably.
It was his babysitter?
It was his babysitter,
I picture it being a Mrs. Doubtfire type.
Ew.
Okay.
You wicked little monkey.
Rachel said, I knew a guy who was beaten up by his own prosthetic leg.
Oh, that's
Which would lead me to believe that somehow the leg became detached during the fight and the other person picked it up and beat him swiftly with it.
Unless it was one of them robot legs
I don't know.
that took on a mind of his own.
I asked her to please tell us more. We need to know. You can't just throw that sentence out there and not explain how that happened.
It just started kicking me. It wouldn't stop.
I was just laying in the bed and my leg was kicking me.
I heard somebody in the crowd say, spray water on it, short it out, and it didn't work.
Carrie said, I knew a guy in high school you could pay and he'd eat anything, worms, bugs, whatever. He was gross.
There's always that one kid in high school that'll do that.
Yeah.
Or teacher.
Yeah.
She'll eat anything.
We pooled our money, and my friend Gavin Hudson licked a roach for $20 one time.
That's so dumb.
No, it is really dumb. But Alexis didn't have one a second ago. Then the minute we go to the break, she throws one out there, and everybody went, "Why did you say that?"
Yeah, I know a little girl who came to this country in the trunk of a car. And that's my mom.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, she came to this country in the trunk of a car where there was other kids in that same trunk. And the kid that was on top of her actually passed out because it was so hot in there.
And how old was your mom at the time?
She was around 8 years old.
Did she even understand what was going on? Or did you tell her, like, get in the trunk? We're going
No,
to
they
America
told her
or
what
something?
was going on, yeah.
The government's immigration policies back then were crazy.
Yeah.
You got to take a citizen test and ride hundreds of miles in the trunk of a car with other kids your age.
That's just how we do it.
We want to know if you really want it.
Mm-hmm. And then she had to stay in a house and eat bologna sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 days.
Didn't she hide in a box of oranges or something? Somebody in your family hid a box of oranges. You told us that.
What, a human being hid in a box of
I
oranges?
never said.
I promise you.
I was
It was
gonna
either
say-
your grandma or your great grandma was hidden in a box of citrus.
Well, you know what? There's
How
another
big
one.
was the box?
I don't remember, but I know that she told us that. With oranges. Am I making that up?
Yes.
You're a liar.
I don't remember that.
I never heard anything about the box
I've
of
never
oranges.
said that.
I don't
Well,
remember
But that would be a great story.
I know. Well, that's why I'm remembering it. But I also thought I was at my parents' wedding, which I was not. So
Yeah.
sometimes I just.
But then we always have the fact, I know a girl whose grandmother may have been buried alive.
Yup.
Because they're not sure that Alexis's grandmother was completely dead when she was buried.
Yup. They had their doubts. It's a family story, so it has to be true.
Messy Mermaid Monica, who's watching us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Ace TJ TV, says, I knew 2 guys in high school from a private Christian school. Both are preachers' kids, and both of them are now in prison for murdering someone. Separate cases. They didn't do it together. They just, 2 guys that she went to school with were both the sons of a preacher, and both of them have murdered somebody and are doing life in prison.
Oof. I know a guy who used to have so much back fat that he fell off his roof and landed on his back. And the fat in his back was so vast that it saved his life, acted as a cushion, saved his life. And while he was in bed, he saw an infomercial for, what is it called, Ace? The
P90X.
P90X. Ordered that from his bed and then became a P90X certified instructor after that.
Who dat?
Mr. Todd.
Mr. Todd? You had back fat?
Tons of it.
So
Like-
much back.
His back felt like a bounce house.
Is he for real?
Yes,
Yeah, that's a true story.
What?
Isn't that amazing? And he always acts like he hates it when we tell people that. But that's an amazing story.
That's crazy.
I tell people that. That's a super inspiring story, I think.
Right. Mm-hmm. You need to be out here motivating others. Tell them, look, I used to have back fat. Now I don't.
Yeah.
It's like Batman's origin story.
Yeah.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.